All right, so go watch the whole video. And here's what I will say as somebody who, while my experience was nowhere near as bad, I survived a rape at 19 and a stalker at 20. And I can tell you right now what I experienced. First and foremost, a few hours? Oh, honey, it took me 3 years to talk about a rape. And I never got any sort of justice for either, which is a story in and of itself. It took years of therapy that I will be in for my entire life. Now, there are other things that contributed to that, but those are two main factors that contributed to that. This young woman will likely be in therapy for the rest of her life. She will have lifelong complications. Here's what I had to deal with. I had to deal with nightmares that were so graphic, I would probably get a community guidelines violation, and that I would rather not relive. I had to go through literally looking over my shoulder anytime that was triggered for many years. I had to go through all sorts of bizarre behaviors to feel like I needed to survive 3 different schools in 10 years to finish my undergrad. That is what I had to go through. Major health issues because I wasn't taking care of myself, because mentally my head was elsewhere. All sorts of issues. It affected every relationship I was in. And it's just a lot to go on. And yeah, there's some other ways it affected me that I don't want to say because I don't want to get a community guidelines violation. But you can take a wild guess because it's in the, a certain category. So what does that mean? This young woman is terrified and traumatized. You have no idea what she's going through. And I agree with Miss Valenti 100,000%. This dialogue has got to stop. Yeah, you can be curious, but what would you have done in that situation? And you might be saying, like for me, keep in mind, I'm 5'8" and I was about 140 pounds at the time when I was raped. I tried to fight back. I couldn't. I was physically overpowered and then I was in shock and remember staring at the ceiling. When I was stalked, I tried to go to the police and it was totally mishandled by the university. And I got no justice in either one. This woman, this young woman, who knows what's going through her head? You have no clue what she's been through. You have no clue what her background is. We only know a little bit about the case, and honestly, I'm not commenting on it a lot, if at all, because it's not my place. It's not my place. But for the love of God, this victim blaming needs to stop. She asked for none of this. And think about back when you were in school.